Alrighty. Let's make sure that everything is behaving properly this week. Okay, it is. Good. Love to see that. Okay, so to clarify what I'm referring to at this moment in time, last week on Thursday's stream, I went live, but didn't actually go live, as it turns out. Twitch stream went up fine. YouTube, I clicked the button, and I didn't realize until after the stream that the stream never actually started. So that was great. That's why if you saw a random upload of Donkey Kong over the weekend, that's the reasoning for that. But yeah, okay. Looks like we're good to go. Not sure what happened, because even in the OBS logs, it said everything was fine. I'm not really sure what had happened there, but we live, everything good. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Welcome back. Yeet, welcome back for 70 streams in a row. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is good with you. Steve, welcome back. So yeah, we're on to week number 2 of the playoffs. We made the cut last week, finished... I don't actually know where we finished last week. Just had like a steady tournament, but nothing crazy. So this week we're gonna have to dig a little deep here, because you need top 30 to make the cut. If you make the cut, you make it to next week. So field has been shrunk, bar has been raised. I feel like if we just, play like we've been, if we can get just some steady double-digit under par each round, I think we'll be okay. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. But I feel like the way that we've been playing this game, we should have a pretty good chance. I feel like it's the type of thing that we've been making cuts pretty handily. So it wouldn't surprise me if we were able to muster something. Obviously, don't want to be, overly confident, because you have to be on your game. But I think that there is a realistic chance. I think there's a realistic chance for us to make a top 30 and make it to the final week. Yeah, and then looking forward into the week after today, I think my plan is to start Lies of P. I played the demo for it a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I did not have the greatest time with it, but I have been told repeatedly that it is much better than when it launched, so I'm trusting what people are saying. It's good, Hulk. You suck at it. Well, I mean, a game being good and how good you are at a game, those are not always super related. But yeah, I played the demo of it. I felt like it felt a little bit clunky to me. But that's not to say that they didn't fix things between, you know, the demo and the actual release. That's basically what people have been saying to me, is that it's so much better than it was. So, you know, only way to find out is to play it for ourselves. So that's the plan for the next game. I don't really know what things are gonna look like, you know, post golf season here. I mean, that's not... So, low donations is definitely not uncommon, Steve. At this point, there's always, like, at the end of the second season, there's always a big push of donations to move things along to the next year. Probably too far for me to get my first ever Ace of Trust, yeah. But I feel like I always gotta send it, you know? I always gotta send it. Oh, come on. The heavy rough, that actually runs out a ton. Friend recently about the last time a game was released as a finished product. Yeah, I mean, and do you count... Because early access is, like, the big thing nowadays, right? Like, either games are fully released and they have, like, all the post-release updates. But there's so much stuff with just being an early access title. And it's basically like we as the players get to pay for the privilege of testing your game. And I think a lot of that comes from just like capitalizing on the impatience of society. Right? The like instant gratification mindset that people have. Oh, that's 3% under. People don't want to wait for things. You know, people would rather play the incomplete copy and complain about it of a game that they're looking forward to than wait until it's... But it's also, it's part of the modern age because back in the day, you just had... You couldn't fix things after it was released, right? Like, the game was the game. That's in the trees 100%. But the game was the game, you know? As soon as it was shipped, like, you couldn't fix any bugs, jank mechanics, so you had to spend a lot more time in testing. Now companies will spend more time in development and then use the player base to test the game for them. Trying to, I mean, that's a really good swing there. I'm trying to hone in the swing path and the contact because they are a little bit off at the moment. And those are going to be very critical to have on point. Dat! What's going on, ears? Howdy do, howdy do. Yeah, we're kind of stuck in between here. And then a little bit of overpower is also... I pushed it. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm like a little bit off on my backswing feel at the moment. Kind of been going both directions. This is awkward, to say the least. Yeah, if we can't get these points going, then power drive is gonna be a little bit problematic. I don't need to actually loft that at all because it's gonna come up a little bit more left into the wind here. There we go. That's the swing we're looking for. That's the swing we're looking for. Not necessarily looking for the 101 and all that jazz, but that's more so what we want. I added too much pace. I added too much pace to it. Good read. Okay, well, here's the test of power drive. If we miss 2 degrees on one side, I think that we have to... deem that as acceptable. 3-wood choked. It's moderate, but do we think that it'll chase? I feel like if I go full 3-wood, it's definitely deep. I'm gonna choke it. Oh boy. That lie took it so far left. Oh man. That sucks. I wasn't trying to be like super aggressive on the line. Ew. I suppose that would be the downside to being aggressive on that. And so that wind does basically nothing. Yeah, I was thinking about, so I was trying to do some kind of looking into games that we should play next, and it's, I don't know. Every time I think about things, I always send myself into a little bit of a mental tailspin, because that's just the fight that I've had with streaming for a long time now. Why are you guys awing? That was a good shot. This crowd doesn't know what it's talking about. Just because it hit the rough doesn't mean it's bad. Okay? Get a grip, folks. I feel like I have to, like, feather it through this gap because I feel like the tree is gonna come into play if I try and go left. I know that this is an awkward distance. Well, no, it's not even an awkward distance. What are we even thinking? We're going straight-ish at it. Maybe a little D-loft. Didn't even need the D-loft. But yeah, I don't know. I've sent myself into this mental tailspin many a time because it is very little that outside of stream over these number of years that I have, like, played a game, quote-unquote, for myself. And so, like, what I would enjoy and also what I think maybe people would enjoy gets blended together, and I have a hard time just, like, choosing something for the fun of playing it. I don't know. I think it's just the product of having streamed for 10 years. And many different times having to, I don't know, effectively discover a new direction. I think I just very often can get, oh, is that really gonna be left? Come on, be good. Back through. No. Nah, step. Hey, thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's like, it's like I find something, I play the crap out of it, and then, yeah, you start to burn out or at least lose some interest in it, or not have the same passion. Then you're always looking for that, like, next thing to take the place. Hey, what up, Trompler? Howdy do, sir? How are you? How are you? I'm actually gonna do this and go up a bit, play the backstop potentially. What do you... Have I considered? Of course. Long listened to the wise words of Eric Clapton. If you want to have fun, you must bring it along. That's it. You're just crazy enough to think playing a 100-hour Souls game would be fun? I mean, I play Souls game. Yeah, Souls games are like my happy place. One of those brain damage. Oh, wow, I'm getting like way open on the face. I'm one of those brain damaged individuals. Souls games are my cozy games. Hey, thank you for the luck, Deuce. Thank you, good sir. How are we? You have a good weekend? I need to finish a little bit more to the left. So I've been watching Barb play it. I don't know what it is about it. It just does not speak to me. Now I'm gonna play Liza P. We're gonna give that a whirl. But yeah, I don't know what it is about watching Mortal Shell. It just Something about it just feels like a ton of, like, running around. Not that I'm, like, one for story, but the progression felt really weird. Just kind of felt like the progression was leveling up and like, you just run around and discover things. I'm sorry to hear that, Deuce. Hopefully things turn around a bit. I suppose it is already Tuesday. What do we want to do here? That's going to be too much club. 8-iron feels short-ish. Maybe some D-loft here. Hit it with the 101 to try and squeeze a little bit more out of it too. I don't know. I don't feel like this is going to get the release we want. Oh, maybe it is. Not terrible. Not terrible. It's just making these is always kind of a tricky ordeal. Or maybe not that tricky. I don't know. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Who said anything about tricky? All right, 17th par 3. Oh, it's a little bit right. Okay, well that was kind of them at least. I feel like most of the courses I play these days would send you off into the rough on the right-hand side. So yeah, we're gonna give Liza P a try. Like I said, I played the demo years ago. Didn't love the way that it played. I don't know, there were just parts of it that felt a little bit clunky, a little bit input laggy. But supposedly that stuff is a lot better. So we're gonna give it a whirl. Alright, so elevation just completely nuked the wind. Elevation just completely nuked the wind. It's fair. Your inputs are laggy when you swing? What's going on, Nari? What up, what up? Alright, solid enough warm-up. You know what, screw it. Let's just hop into it. Let's just hop into it. We'll take a break in between the first and second round. Let's just get things going. Post-dinner coma? What'd you have? I had some leftover pork and loaded potatoes. A Cardinals cup? In a Philadelphia household? Absolutely not. This is BB-8. Cardinals? What are we talking about here? Sirloin burgers, mozzarella slice, and a small bowl of split pea soup. You had me until the small bowl of split pea soup. That you can keep that. You can keep that. I'll take the sirloin burger though. Your defense, your contacts aren't in. Allergies been burgering all day. That sucks. Yeah, I think I have some sort of like light allergy when it comes to the because like in the past couple weeks, all of a sudden I've been sneezing a little bit more. Nothing crazy because it's not like all the time, but there are some days where it's definitely a bit stronger. All right, green tea's high, very firm, extremely fast. Lovely. Love that for us. Don't usually buy sirloin. You will buy it again. Sold. We, my father-in-law made steak recently. We had, was it London broil, I think? It was pretty good. Cooked it with like a mushroom sauce. I mean, it also helps that he's he went to school for culinary arts, so certainly helpful for the things that he cooks. But yeah, it was good. That's where the potatoes were left over from. All right, we gotta put this back there. It's gonna play at least 13. E6, that'd be 73. And then we've got the slope. It plays downhill. Oh, this is more aggressive. That's it. I say it plays downhill right to left. That ball never quite got back to the right the way that I thought. 36%, excellent. We're starting with an above the hole little taparoo. Can't wait. And I underswung it. But we make it anyway. Okay, get lucky. London Bro super finicky 30 seconds ago from Amazing Crack. Yeah, because I think he had made it one time before and it wasn't crap, but yeah, definitely like was not in the prime point of that window. And so it was just like it was a little bit over. This was good. Bet that mushroom sauce was great. Yeah, it was delicious. Difference between hard and soft golf balls? I don't actually know enough because I just kind of play whatever I find in the woods, if I'm being completely honest, most of the time. Not always, but a good chunk of the balls that I'm playing are not purchased with the explicit intent of playing golf. Come on, have some bite. Range balls, the normal. I mean, I don't play with range balls, but I try to be a little bit picky. If I'm picking up balls, I'll pick up like some Titleists and Callaways and stuff. But yeah, I think some of it has to do with like the way that it feels. Some of it is also, I'm sure there's some performance differences. Soft is better for slower swing speeds and people learning as it compresses more. That might be when to go. That very well might be. Because that's kind of the way that a lot of things are in golf, right? Like a lot of things are... A lot of things, like you have shaft stiffness and all these different things. Stuff is created for the different level of golfer, like swing speed and stuff. But yeah, I would do a little bit more research into it because I can't give you a 100% sure answer. They don't, you know, I would know better if they had me pick, if I needed to know the difference between a soft and hard golf ball for the game. But I just play golf ball. Stick a brand on it, put it in the virtual golf bag, and go play. 224. I don't want this to be super short, so I'm gonna play a little bit of loft. Okay, they should go left. Sit. It's hard because of the firmness of the green and the green speed. But like, into a headwind, how am I running that? How confidently am I running that up the red slope? You know? That's really what it boils down to, which is like super unfortunate that that's the way it is. Oh wow, okay. That didn't check at all into the false front there. We've made three like three pretty substantial breakers to start this round. This could have a very, very different feel to it. Also, if this wind was different, we'd be probably sending it. Alright, let's put something in a little bit better of a place, shall we? That would be much appreciated. That's off at the front. On an uphill. Honestly, the correct play, just a little bit off. See, I'm not that great at chipping these. But pacing is kind of tough. Pacing is kind of tough on this. Forget about it. Forget about it! We putt from the fairway. Yeah? We putt from the fairway. So far, we're making the things. We're making the things. Okay, 6-iron's gonna like land it up in here. I'm gonna go 5-iron choke just to make sure. Just to make sure we get it. Get it back where we want. Is that too fadey? Oh, it is. It was a pretty finite window to be able to get it feeding like all the way down towards the hole. You had to hit it pretty much on that left-hand side. All right. We have a look. We have a look. That's the important part. That's the important part. Good putt. Say left. This guy putts. This guy putts. As much as I want to like go full send, I have some fears about that. Downhill, downwind, big bouncy. I gotta like hit this. Oh no, I double crossed it. Well, rip. Unless I get crazy kicks through the rough. Yeah, I didn't think so. You're like trying to cut that corner, but I like completely double crossed. What is that? We're gonna do this. I need to get a better swing going. Okay. Pitch shot is gonna go for days, so this is now kind of awkward. Because this is gonna do a big kick. So I think you gotta do it here and try and kick it back right to left. Squared it up. Bingo bango. Yeah, just horrible, Josh. Absolutely. Could have been infinitely better. I don't know what I was thinking. What? So we got... Get a little bit off with the wedge. No, what is... 112, 113... It's gonna take the like 4-yard. Yeah, it's gonna land like 4 boxes short. Oh, I left it open. But I did overhit it, so we get a little more distance. It's a putt. It's not where we want to be, but it's a putt. It's also gonna run away if we miss, so love that for us. Oh. I read it right. I read it right, missed it by 1%. Just trying not to hammer it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It was a good effort. Okay, it was a good effort. You have to hit it here so that it goes kind of straightish. It's got to run for days, but... that rock? Not rock. Thank you, Josh. I got this shirt recently. I really like it. It's very comfortable. So if we're uphill a little there, this thing's gonna roll, but I don't know. I feel like if you play it out to the right enough, give yourself a chance. That's too far out to the right. It will feed back left, but the push was not helpful. Okay. Back on track. Back on track. Yeah, I mean we've been fighting the swing a little bit, so I'm not surprised that we missed a couple of these. This is 100% a spin control shot. So 140, 137. This lands short. We're just gonna give it like heavy punch. Come on, fight the spin, fight the spin, fight the spin. Oh, barely. That was so close to being really disappointing. But that, I mean, that's 100% what that shot is. That is, you have to control the spin. What a time to pipe a power drive. Still gonna end up off it in the heavy rough. Excellent. This thing is buried, by the way. This is one of those hit and hope. I don't know why I thought I needed to go up to 4-iron though. I think the bunker scared me. I think the bunker scared me. 32 yards. I mean, I guess you... Well, that's on an upslope. Guess you just play this. That's it. %. All right, this round has been going pretty solidly. I mean, if we're trying to make a cut and think that we're gonna need somewhere in the 20 unders, this is so far a solid start. This is short. Is it not? Uphill 5, 141. This is definitely like 10. I mean, I'm gonna play a little bit just to be safe on it. I knew I overcorrected the thumb. Gonna kick off left here. Yeah, I knew I. Oh, you suck. Well, unfortunately, this is just one you can't get too cute with. Like, it came out super clean, short-sided. All I needed to do was hit the green in regulation, and we would have been fine. Hitting that closed. Hitting that closed is what puts us into big trouble. Isn't even like. Okay. Unfortunate, but yeah, overdid the thumb there. Just get it back on schedule. Not gonna let one bogey derail us. We've been playing well. Distance is so good, but it's the draw takes me. Second one in from, well, first one was fairway. That one's from the rough. What's going on, Matt? Somehow you'd be playing the championship after being in elite most of the season? All it takes is peaking at the right time. Right? All it takes, peaking at the right time. So, well played, sir. GG's. Hope to be joining you next week. Come on now. Come on now. Looks like a pretty good lie. If it's a perfect lie, we're deep. Guess we're gonna play a little bit lofted and just kind of hope this is a luck shot. Okay, we're in the correct part. We got the luck enough on our side. 35% though. 36%. Marginal difference. Wow. Did like a little wiggle in the beginning. I thought there was way more break at the end. That's why I played it out there. Missed 6 out of 7 cuts going into the kinetic playoffs. Now advancing to next week. Yeah, you never know. Like, all you have to do is hang around, right? And then be able to play good golf 1 week. Is ultimately what it boils down to. Don't necessarily have to be, you know, playing some sort of phenomenal golf all the time. You know, being tops in the money list. You know, an elite in kinetic is a weird thing because if you're tops in the money list, that means you just hung around a really long time. Playing consistently well gets you to the big dance in Plat, but it doesn't guarantee you any further than that. Hey, Antidepressiva, welcome back. Thank you for the luck. Hope you're well. We've been... Law of large numbers. We've been making, like, all of those today, so... I guess it was bound to miss one. I guess we were bound to start missing some of them. Obviously always painful to miss, you know, those length of putts, but at this point, oh boy. I still think it needs to go left to here. It works for me. Hey, MLG Muffin Top. How are you doing? Seeing me on the Instagram Reels a lot recently? Yeah, I had made an Instagram a long time ago back when we were playing 2K23, and I had posted a little bit, and I finally was like, you know what, I should probably just... I post all this stuff to YouTube Shorts, I should probably take those ones... Or at least take, like, the whole out clips and stuff and post them over on Instagram. I'm all caught up now, so I had a bunch of content. I was able to be, like, one of those daily posting sorts of guys. Not anymore. I don't have more hole-in-ones and eagle hole-outs and stuff to post for the time being. But it was good while it lasted. Ah. Oh no. Missed it to the right, so missed it short, then missed... That stinks. Then you get the fairway kick. Steal and post other 2K golfers clips. Somebody actually did that to me on Facebook. Posted it under a different name and everything. I was able to get most of the stuff taken down with copyright. For whatever reason, the last batch of them, they like keep saying that they have deleted it or I guess limited the reach, but those ones didn't actually get removed from the page. And after I copyright striked it and they started to get removed, they started stealing to different guys. I told him, and then I don't think his did well, so I think that's why his stopped being taken. But I was like, the guy's taking it straight off my TikTok because it has my TikTok and my Instagram have a different hashtag.
We are now the night to say, icky, 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 patang, zoom, boing,
fur. What's going on, Scarlett? Welcome back. Thank you very much for choosing me as your Prime over here. I greatly appreciate it.
Behold,
back-to-back Prime subs.
This is the holy
A monetized
grail.
stream in modern day
Look
2026.
well,
What
Arthur,
is going on?
for it is your sacred task to seek this grail.
Muffin, thank you very much for choosing to use your Prime sub over here as well. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy your faces. But yeah, the copyright strike. So Facebook's is annoying. I guess if you post stuff on Facebook and have like a verified creator account, which I don't post anything on Facebook, you can like report stuff through Meta and like have them automatically detect stuff because they like have your content or whatever. The other thing is like I didn't want to give my personal, like, you're supposed to, like, do it with, like, your legal name and everything. I was like, I'm not going to dox myself to take this stuff down. So you had to, like, go through and, like, report their stuff on behalf of somebody else. And so I was basically reporting their stuff on behalf of Zeekolbster, the business. I don't know. But I was able to get away with just signing Zeekolbster on everything. I was like, I don't want to give away like my actual that's poor. I want to give away like my actual legal name association of my channel because that's not out there. Like my legal name is out on the internet, but not in association with streaming. Would prefer to keep it that way. Preferably. Oh, I don't even, this is just straight 8 iron. It's on an upslope. Upslope. Straight at it. It's the upslope that's doing all the work here. Basically making it play more into the wind. That's a stupid spot to get stuck. Jeez. I mean, I'm glad we make the putt, but stuck on a very awkward situation there. A par 5 finisher? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Calm, cool, collected power drive as well. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna hit. This thing is gonna go right and be drawing and go that way. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play it out here, and then we're gonna hit it a little bit extra. Try and make sure it gets the big ups and get kicked over to the right. I went a little too far to the right. It was a tight window. Ooh. How hard do I have to hit it? 85%? What could possibly go wrong here? I mean, I guess there's a backstop. In one sense. Oh gosh. This is horrific. This sucks. hit the right line in power and it should be good. But coach, how do I know if it's the right line or power? You just do, son, and if you don't, you're not cut out for this. Okay. We don't talk about the bogey on 11, okay? Otherwise, very solid round, I think. Otherwise, very solid round. If we're trying to get through top 30, I think we need to be in the 20s. So having a 12 under opener puts us on the right track. And honestly, we're only 4 off the leader with the 12 under in round 1. So we'll see what we can do in round 2. But that's a good setup. That's a very good setup. So give me like 3 minutes here. We'll get a little stretch in, get a little water, clear the pre-roll ads, and we will move on to round 2. Appreciate you all. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, we back. James, what's going on? What's the best archetype? I personally am a big sculptor believer, but I would say technician is solid as well as magician. I think depending on your preferences and your weaknesses, your strengths, I think those are like the top 3. I don't think Powerhouse or Greenskeeper are worth it, in my opinion. Southeast, firm, very fast. So I'm testing something. I tweaked some stuff with my OBS. I'm trying to see if the audio continues to desync. Yeah, that's something that I've had issue with for a while now, is that my capture card audio desyncs as the stream goes along. So I'm trying to see if I can figure that out. It feels like it's a hair off. I mean, when you fully upgrade things, James, it all ends up kind of being the same. But Technician is going to be the easiest to get the most forgiveness for your clubs. Yeah, it's just one of those, like, if you upgrade everything to the fullest, the builds become fairly similar. I mean, there are some differences in stat allocations, but ultimately everything becomes more or less the same. Okay, so I am playing this in a way that I should hopefully be left of the flag and putting uphill. Well, not when you do that, Colby. It's gonna kick left, but left the face open. Okay. At least it's flat enough and I don't have to work too hard for it. So much more likely to sit through ads when somebody explains the when and the why. Yeah, I mean, ads are kind of just an overall pain point with watching live streams, but I know as a viewer, I hate getting hit with an ad in the middle of a conversation and watching the game and stuff. So I also recognize that most people are not going to subscribe to my channel. 'Tis the nature of things. That's okay. So I try and find natural breaks. Yeah, I'm watching the pre-roll timer. I try and find natural breaks in the content, or to take an ad break. Obviously, a 3-minute ad break, people are probably going to leave, but there's also the chance that people will stick through it because they're not missing anything. Just parked it. Just parked itself on the uphill. In the ad break right after raid to maximize monetization. I clearly don't watch enough Twitch to see that. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised that that's a thing, but you would think long term that converting those viewers into viewers, into actual viewers, right? Like converting raiders into people that regularly hang out in your channel and all that, you would think that that would benefit you more. That turned late thing. I did add a little bit extra at the end. But you would think that that would pay dividends more, like higher viewer count, boost you up the directory. You'd have the ad revenue long-term rather than point in time. Maybe they would sub or gift subs. Who knows? Hey, cheers, Witty. Those tenths of pennies add up. Well, you get more when you run more ads. That's the other piece of it, right? You have to run 3 minutes of ads per hour on average in order for Twitch to pay you out a higher ad rev cut. But it's like a higher percentage of pennies for most people. I don't know. Obviously, like, I appreciate it when people sub. I appreciate it. I just want people to hang out and watch. You know. All the other stuff is a cherry on top, but it is way more beneficial for people to just be here. Okay, trying to play this to the right because it might kick left, but I want it to be uphill putt. For the high quality shirts. So only on some days. Can't necessarily say I think I have the highest quality shirt collection. Oh, that's an eagle, by the way. Okay. Cool. Love me an eagle surprise. So, do we go for it? I feel like you get knocked down by the trees. I feel like you get knocked down by the trees. That'd be a stupid play. Mind's telling me no, but my body telling me yes. This feels short. Obviously this is long, but this feels short. Not ideal. But I didn't want to flirt with it too hard, so I gave it a little bit of extra gas. Now we just gotta try and tap the putt down the hill. Make a little sidewinder here. Oh, no, I did have it right. For some reason, I was thinking at the pace I was hitting it, it was going to not break quite as much. Because I've had that happen where I've missed it high side. So, should have trusted the first instinct. That's okay. Okay, very gettable par 3. Very gettable par 3. Imagine that. 178, 176... 186, it's gonna be long. 184, 87, 7 yards. Buttery fade. Big bounce, go to the right, little release. Settle, settle, settle. Green speeds, man. These green speeds, they just keep taking it. Okay, you gotta get the start line right. You gotta get the start line right. It felt like it accelerated to the right in a point of that putt where it felt like it was going to be going straight. That's uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable. Honestly, touch of underswing might be the saving grace here. All right. Yeah. So the thing about this is the overpowered thing is like still short. That's the thing about this. I have to hit this. I have to not only hit this overpowered, but I have to like connect. Oh boy. Only 102, and I pushed it. That might be enough, though. Where's it gonna go? Straight right. Stay off the green. Playable. Easy up and down. Okay. I got scared on the push. The push was like... where'd that be going? But we in there. That's a little tight. That's a little tight. Okay. Yep. Brain said, no thanks. In the back of, it wasn't even the back of my head. In the front of my head was the fear of what happened before, where we freaking hit it and pulled it left on 11 last round. My brain said, yeah. No. Still almost made birdie. Okay. Tight windowed yet again. Very firms. That's too firm. The flag? Okay. Yeah, it's tough. I'm trying to hit that. I was trying to go for like a 97%. I hit 99, hit a little bit over on the tempo. Doing absolutely no favors to anybody. Let me shorten a little low. Not a bad effort. Would be interesting to have seen what 73% actually did, but a birdie's a birdie. Good evening, John. Welcome back. Hope all is well. And no. We'll just This might be a little bit close, but I figured because of angles and stuff, we might have a slightly longer shot. No, it's not actually the case. So I have to, like, artificially bake some... pill into this. 3% over, excellent. Should have just laid it up more. Give myself the full wedge in. Took the aggressive line, and here we are. Aw, that sucks. All right, still 6 under going out. That was close. That was close. Really thought we had that one. Okay. So I don't know that that's enough. This is kind of similar to the last one. Of course, there's a mound. So what? That's below my feet. Hold it. Let's see what the kick does. That kick left, or the kick right, then straight up. Can you stop rolling? Where are you going? Why did that still roll so much? Felt like it got up and it was like, and we're on glass. Isn't that exciting? Good putt. Why are you turning to the right? Where was that? It was all supposed to be right to left at the end. There was like a hair of left to right in the middle that it was breezing through. If that's right to left for those last couple boxes and not left to right, I think we might have had a decent shot at in the hole. Can't really tell you what that was. Okie dokie. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, that's the 101 and a little bit over. 44%. Nice. Nice! Whatever we've been seeing on the field putting the past couple of weeks, I think, has definitely been better than the field putting that we've had in the past. This is such a crap tee shot. We basically have to go for this and hope that it doesn't go into the rough, because otherwise we got a really long approach. Yeah, just a little bit of reread. Like, I set my initial read, and then I try and, like, visualize the putt from there. And then it's like, okay, that's low. Gotta make the adjustment. Let it peel back to the right. I think this is good distance. Perfect. Right, I wasn't gonna hit it. I feel like that's probably how people have felt most of the time watching me. They're like, he's not gonna hit the putt there, right? Right? And he missed it. That was kind of tough. Wind is already gonna leave us short. If the light rough leaves us on a lower roll, I don't know, I feel like you... try and play this backstop in some sort of way. I missed it completely left. Okay. There must have been, like, the lie in there must have been way different than what I'm thinking. Oh, I underswung that like crazy. Did not let that swing finish. Alright, we're at 21. We got a few more holes though. Let's put together a little something something, you know? I feel like they always know how to pair the wind with these hole locations. Like, I want a right to left wind here, so I can play it in on this, hop it, and get it. Here, it's like, okay, the wind is gonna blow you here, kick you in the nuts a little bit. It's not steep enough behind to roll you back. It does make me wonder about, like, this sort of a shot, but I don't even think that, like, I feel like to get the roll that I want, you would have to partial a 6-iron or something into there, and then hopefully kick it up, bounce it around, which, you know what? We're in a favorable position. Why not? Oh, he does it. Come on, go left. That's too deep. LOL. Park yourself on a hill. What a stupid game. It's the right idea. The 6-iron, I think, does actually cut it too much because I partialed it. And that was like the one piece that I didn't factor in. Imagine if we made the putt. Yeah, it's just a shame because like I squared that shot up perfectly and then got punished for it. I don't know, it felt like a decent idea. In all honesty, it felt like a decent idea. What doesn't feel like a decent idea is this. Okay, we got out. Played a lot of loft on the 8-iron to get over that lip. I'm hoping the rest of this works out for us. Yup. Yup. No pictures on the scorecard, just a circle. You're trying to play this so far left. I think the delay is there. You guys hear, there's a slight audio delay, right? It's still built up despite me tinkering with things. I was trying stuff of like my capture card, it was saying was reporting at 44.1 kilohertz and everything else was 48, and so I was trying to make sure that those are all synced up. I don't know if it's something with the vertical stream, and maybe if I do something with the sources there. But it's all from one audio source, so I don't think that should matter. I don't know, man. Been losing my mind with it, because it's been happening for such a long time now. It's just as the stream goes on, the audio slowly desyncs. I was way off with the wind. I thought where we were on the fairway was gonna take me to the right. Okay, this is high up, so this is gonna check like straight into the slope back here. This is kind of a science shot. Ah. I really thought that it was going to just take a ton out of it. Should I have played Superfly? Absolutely. Absolutely should have. Did not see that much break. Did not see that much break in it. I also should have moved this tee shot. I was kind of flirting with the tree a little bit too much. All right, we got wedge. We got wedge, but it's also kind of a spin control shot because we got a 62 degree here. Gonna be a number of yards short. Oh, I pushed it. Wait. %. Come on, we gotta make it. Been really trying. I think part of it is like, obviously it's getting it started on the correct line, but part of it is also like recognizing the break behind the hole. Like understanding the difference between it being a heavier break behind, consistent or less. Come on, get down, get down, get down, get down. No, that's in the bunker. Would have been tight. Would have been tight. All right. Let's try and get one in close. Spin control shot at its finest. This is actually like several yards short. Quite frankly. So you got a D loft. Try and cut it through here with enough forward momentum to not spin back. That's so hard. Because if that's a little bit further, then maybe, but, you know, tight margin. Still have a chance at a putt. It's uphill. It is going to move right to left on a 69%. Nice. I'm assuming that's the slight over rhythm that maybe does that. I don't know, because it would have probably broken more to the left early. All right, we're in. We're in, barring any sort of disqualification. We are into the final week because 22 should be more than safe. 22 under puts us at T17. Very nice. And we had a couple of bogeys in there as well. Some being avoidable. So, yeah. We're literally 2 shots of being up inside the top 10. Love to see that. Also, just peeking at the leaderboard, Matt, you didn't happen to mention that you were in 5th place through 2 rounds. Not only are you in for the finale, absolutely crushing it. Yeah, I think I'm hearing a little bit of audio desync. Yeah, I think it was just a little bit off. I don't know, it builds up over time. Just can't quite seem to figure out what's causing it. Very high, firm, extremely firm, very fast. You fell off after, but picked a good time to play your best 2 rounds of the year. I mean, absolutely. You get yourself a spot in the finals. See what you can do there. That's kind of the thing that's funky with it. It's not just like... I mean, I guess it makes sense to have a cut, but I guess there's an argument that could be made of like going no cut and finishing top 30. I don't know if that would be better or worse. It said extremely firm green, didn't it? This freaking tree, by the way. I want extremely. Hey, stay. As much as there was a piece of me that really wanted to go on the aggressive line there, but I just couldn't stomach it. Because if I hit that tree and come up 30 yards short, I'm gonna be really annoyed with myself. Like, really, really annoyed with myself, so. I did not deal off that anywhere near enough. I thought the wind was gonna hold on to it, but it ended up taking a bunch off of that. This one feels like, to me, it has more break in it late than it leads on. I hit it so firm. I think if I hit that properly, there's a chance. Oh well. Ooh. Gonna get away with it. Matt, do you have any speed games that you've been interested in of late? I've been having this weird thing of like, I don't know, I always seem to have some sort of itch to like do a challenge run of some sort. Because I feel like it's probably just something that occupies my mind enough, I think, is what it ultimately boils down to. I think I'm like always looking for something to occupy my mind. I want to play this backstop, but that feels like too precise of a thing. But I'm gonna do it anyway. It's the weekend, baby. Backstop, boys! It's gonna be extremely firm over it, isn't it? Come on, man. I took just the stock 9 instead, I guess. That's most unfortunate. I'll start going left. And honestly, that was a pretty good attempt. Not much lately. Need to get some design stuff done first. Some Lord of the Rings game remakes that have been announced. Yeah, they just, I saw one of them just came out, right? Are there other ones that are in the pipeline as well? Yeah, been a few games in the past, like, week or so.
You seek the Holy Grail.
Legnar, thank you for the YouTube sub. Appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. I like go through these kicks where it's like, I want to play something new, but I also, yeah, I think there's just something with the way that my brain operates at this point in time that challenge runs and things of that nature intrigue my mind. And like, maybe it's just because it's a task that you can improve upon. I'm trying to get this to like take the big hop up back here. It's kind of what I wanted, but not really. Oh, I underswung it. Okay, that was the right putt. It's about 1% or so under. My problem is I feel like speed games and stuff, like, you want to be a big fan of the game and very familiar with it. I mean, obviously you can pick stuff up, right? And like go from there. But I feel like the way that you start it best is by already being a fan and knowledgeable, but I don't have Are we gonna get away with that miss? It's looking like yes. That's it. Jeez, that rolls forever. But I like don't have, like, we're playing a lot of golf and stuff. I don't have that, like, well, here's this other game that I'm like really passionate about. Gotta be kidding me. Just turned on me at the end. I think the other hard part is like golf game, not a great speed game, in my opinion. We're gonna lose like 30 yards here. Gonna come up here. I guess you just hit this so you can hit like a... Yeah, it's weird. You like almost hit it short. That you can then hit some sort of... spinner in here. Partial though. Awkward distance for sure. Very, very awkward. But yeah, golf, I don't know, not a great speed game. the interest in challenge runs, to my experience, has not been crazy. I feel like when it comes to challenge runs and stuff, it either needs to be something so crazy, or you have to have like community interest in it, right? Like, what I mean by that is a bunch of people, a bunch of people who are doing it. I think I broke his ankles. Would have been nice if that would have spun back toward the hole. Got away with one there. What's going on, Rob? Good to see you too. We alright? Got a preview of the conditions for next week. Starting to regret qualifying. I mean, let's be real. We all knew. Always have. What sort of crap we're getting ourselves into. You know? Colby. We always know what sort of crap we're getting ourselves into when you qualify for any sort of major championship or anything with TGC. There should be zero shock factor. Absolutely none. Trying to leave myself below the hole on that flop shot was not going to be easy to get the percentage right. Want to stay up? Gosh darn it. You could tell, like, right in the big middle of that putt. Woke up from a power nap? Okay, are we, what time zone are we in? Because the whole power nap dynamic shifts if you're waking up at 10 p.m. from a power nap, which is what time it is here, or if you're like West Coast and it's 7 p.m. Those are two very different power nap experiences. It's 10? Oh. Oh, poor Rob. That's, not gonna be the most ideal night. That's for sure. Also, by the way, this is like a 25-mile-an-hour wind, so can't wait for that. Come on, wind! I was gonna say not bad, but here we are. %71%. You can't just give me that one. That looks so good for so long. Alright, to the edge of the tee box again. All right, 317 off the tee, 600 plus yard. Yeah, we got 301 yards to go with the wind. This thing is coming up well short. Oh, crap. Not really a great time to miss your points, Colby. Trying to get myself into territory where I could play a spinner. That's out of the question. Now it's time to get funky, funky, funky. That's how you draw it up, right? That's a casual birdie up and down from there. Again, yeah, like 24 miles an hour of wind. Okay. Neat. You're hitting it out of a tunnel of trees, but you have to play it so far to the left. Okay, if you get this one wrong to the right, because it feeds. Decent line. Okay, good read. I don't love this, but kind of just the way the course forces you to play this is down to the dog leg and still have a long shot in. I find that that's like the biggest reason why you want to have power in this game is because of these, like, you want to be able to play a wedge or a shorter iron even when you have to lay something up a little bit. Well, see how close this is. Freaking extremely firms, man. Freaking extremely firms. I needed to play loft on that. I got the line right. Just hops right on out. that's a tough break for what I thought was executing a pretty difficult shot. But such is the nature of the game sometimes. You know, I guess I never really factored going long into my analysis of things. I closed it. Not really a great time to do that. We are on round 3, Steve. We have made the cut successfully. I think we were tied 17th. I think is where things settled out. Still gonna be low, right? Felt almost impossible to get that to the right spot. Alright. So if it's 25 miles an hour, I'm gonna give it 40. So we gotta play a 220 shot to go pin high. That's 6 yards short. I don't have a two. This is the part that's stupid. I closed it. Dang. Part that's stupid is like the amount of wind and stuff, and it's all downhill from where we're at there. I don't know, I like tried to take off by playing a cut into that. I mean, we missed it, but forgot it. How does one explain that to me? How does one forget about dinner? Our dinner was a little bit weird today because my wife had the kids. She was helping out her sister, and so they didn't eat dinner until they didn't eat lunch until 3:30, so then like we normally eat like 5:30, so then my wife had to take the cat for a vet appointment. So like I ate dinner at like 5, and then my wife and kid, they had like a mini snacky dinner at like, I don't know, 6:30 or something. But to forget entirely is an interesting thought. To me, at least. I closed it again. Kick right. Okay, that kick might give us a chance here. Snacking all day. Haven't been really asking for food. Wife was playing Animal Crossing. You'd be watching me play some Platts shenanigans. I guess that's fair enough. I know I know that's a common thing for people to, like for younger kids and stuff, to graze. We are more of a 3 square meals a day kind of family. We never really got into that, at least with our toddler. With just being a bit on the snackier side. It's not to say that we're gonna be, you know, immune to it. But for the time being. Some days you get lazy. I feel that. Just, yeah, whatever. I think I have to, like, punch this 169. Boy. Okay, I'm just hitting it square. I mean, this is basically expecting the ball to get knocked down. Wow. 5-iron actually gets knocked straight down short. I thought we were going to need to potentially take some off of it, so it just shows how much that gets caught up in the wind. There's also probably some lie percentage stuff there that took a few yards off. Still low, huh? Close. It's close. Yeah, I mean, once you get to these very high winds, I feel like it's always, at least for me, way tougher. I'm hitting literally all the wrong buttons. I just want to move. I don't want to be super bombed. I want to be, like, bombed enough. Bombed enough to have a comfortable wedge. But you've got a tailwind and extremely This is what I, like, never know. Like, how do people approach these shots? So I have 141 yards, but it's, like, into extremely firm. So are you just trying to use this backstop? Because, I mean, I guess that's a play. It's got extremely firm over the back, isn't it? Why does this keep happening to me? Thank goodness it got off. I'm so bad at partial flops. Also really bad at partial sand shots, but partial flops as well. Okay, we have a chance. 264, you know, it's the wind has softened on us. It's only playing like 16 miles an hour. Or no. $18. This is stupid. That's a shot. Sometimes stupid pays off. Okay, that's a good note to finish on. That's a good note to finish round 3 on. We fought hard. Did we play a clean? I think we may have played a clean card in there. I think some of the stuff that we did in the earlier rounds was from aggression. Here we didn't play quite as aggressively. Alright, 4 under going out, 5 under coming in. 9 under overall. It's also saying that we're 11 strokes off the leader, 8 strokes off a second, and 6 strokes off a third. We're in 10th. I mean, obviously other people still got to play their weekend rounds and such, but not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, 1 round to go. Everything to play for. 28 under for the win. Should be no problem. 20 under will get us second. 28 under will get us first. Fully manageable golf. All right, give me 3 minutes. Go stretch your legs. We'll be right back. We'll wrap this thing up. Maybe.
It's raining.
Ads. Let's do it, ladies and gents. Let's wrap this week up on a high note. Yo, Smithers. We alright, man. We are doing well. We are grinding through week 2 of playoffs. We have safely made it aboard into the final week. We're sitting, as it stands in game, now this is obviously subject to change. I think we're like T17 in Plat through 2. In game, we're in 10th. I'm assuming, though, that people haven't all played it, you know, round 3 and stuff. So we'll see how the rest of this shapes up. But we are into the finale next week. Very high, very firm, extremely fast. So they're gonna make it worse next week? Of course they are. Of course they freaking are. Why wouldn't it be? You know, why wouldn't it be? This is Plat we're talking about. We're not supposed to have fun. Little wayward hoe there. Yeah, what's going on, Liam? How have you been? Alright, I'm trying to hit it down here to get an angle. Because we gotta try now and go up and down after that tee shot went a little wayward. Doing alright? Love to hear it. Made the cut? Same. We're in and on to the last week. I mean, I think the thing that's the weirdest to me after all this time is, like, we still grind out these tournaments when I know full well that I ain't winning. That's the only thing that's a little bit weird. We could just hole it out. Okay, fine. No birdie hole out. So much that you almost missed out on a money list spot? B-Dan! What's going on, man? Welcome on in, everybody, from B-Dan's stream. I never hit 108s. We're gonna do it out of nowhere for you guys. Only 103. I tried my best, okay? It's the effort. It's the effort that's the most important thing, right? But I hope you had a good stream. Welcome on in, B-Dan enjoyers. Or hate watchers. I don't know what you've got going on over there. Yeah, we're playing Plat. We're in round 4. We made the cut. We'll be playing in the finale of the Plat playoffs next week. Doing all right. He won't be with us for the Tour Championship. I'm sorry. This is tragic news. This is gonna get me in trouble, ain't it? That's not gonna work. I don't know what to play here. I put myself into a precarious situation, to say the least. I feel like you want to be left. for the putt. $2% underswing. Not great. Not great. I wanted something that, like, rolled. Ugh. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Okay. Great. So after all, even after that, we're gonna roll away, and now I'm gonna make a bogey out of that decision to be aggressive off the tee. Excellent. Even after giving it extra. Alright, well that was less than ideal. Not a good start! Not a good start to round 4. Everybody's like, B-Dan, why did you send us to this guy? He's not even good. That would be an accurate assessment based on the sample size I've given you all. Literally nothing noteworthy. All right, let's get back to playing decent golf. Overhit it. Gonna come back at all? A little bit. It's not the worst. Kind of have, at this pace, kind of have to be aggressive with it. Play it just outside the hole. Why did that go to the left? Why was there any portion of that putt that went left? Hot dang. That would have been tragic. That would have been so bad. Okay. We'll consider that ship steadied. Now we press on. Decent line. Just ran into the freaking wind, man. It's too strong. Too strong on the very highs. It's like, it's just so easy to have that happen. Okay, what happened? What happened to the greens on this round? I feel like the greens have been rolling pretty well. That's like 2 putts in very close proximity that have like weird wiggling crap going on. I'm not okay with that. Not about it. – I'm gonna play this one a little bit more to the right for safety. The wind is still playing more. How? How? Wait. It was a good chip. Reward it! Okay. I just have to, like, I guess, super inflate the wind read that I'm giving it. Okay, we're gonna go as much fade as I can. But I'm not gonna go power drive, because power drive seems like too much danger. That's very casually acting like that shot was not danger, but you know, it pays off. Not really sure where you play it, but 8 iron, 174, 177, 189, being that. Sure. Just go have fun with the grass here, I guess. All right, wish me luck, chat. Closed it, nice. Wasted luck. Somebody didn't wish me luck, I think is actually what happened. Never before seen, well actually once before seen super flop in. I can't hit my points on super flop, so that's a large reason why I don't hold them out. Also the fact that the ball normally doesn't roll all that much. Minor details. There we go. Much, much better. Crazy what can happen when you hit your inputs. Alright, I mean we started out rough, but we've rallied back under par. Alright. You're playing a little draw on this. And you're trying to get the kick to be a little bit beautiful. Oh, that was a soft kick. Roll, my friend! Go! Left. Sit. 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 Get in the hole. First ace of tross. Nope. Off the green. That was so good! What are we doing here? What's going on, Rocky? Like, are we for real? Are we for real? Like, I feel like I should have had a tap in for eagle. Instead, I had to work for birdie. Man, that was... I have never had an ace of tross. That was shaping up pretty dang well, if I do say so myself. That was shaping up pretty dang well. That is... It's like the whole reason that we're even back by the hole is the green speed, but the green speed is also why we end up off the green. Like, it's a very evil dichotomy. Okay, so in a sick, twisted way, this is a bowl. Yeah? Ball's above my feet. Wind is going that a direction. It is up a hill. I think that's okay. Compensation for Ace of Trust snub. Didn't need to deloft it. I mean, I overhit it. Trying to make sure that we rolled down the hill. Boy. Okay. It's a birdie. Birdie, it's a birdie, it's a birdie. Oh, this is full send. We're good. Stupid camber. Sit. Sit! Wait, what is that? This is designed as don't go for me in 2. But also, it's extremely firm, so if you try and hit any shot here, you have to land it perfectly here, hop it over with enough spin to stop. Cool. Cool. Platt's a fun place. Platt's just... it's crazy. Oh. We're barely in the light rough, so it's just kind of hit it and see what kind of luck you get. This is, I tried to play it more to the center of the green so it would sit, but it's never going to. You'd have to... I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't think there is actually a solution. Solution is don't play plat. That's what it is. Don't play plat. That's what the wise ones would suggest. Come on, backstop. Bring it back down. Good. 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 Okay, pump the brakes a little bit. Good. Ay, ay, ay. What, 14? See, the problem here, this is like a few yards long, but Like the slightest bit here and it's gonna roll off the front of the green. Overswing closed is gonna make this interesting. I'm King of the Hill! It's a title that I've held for many years in this game now, and certainly been showing it off tonight. Why I have that title. I didn't put it high enough. That extra 1% would have been useful. Yo, what up, Roto? Good to see you as well. We made the plat finale. We made the cut this week. Overall, I think we're playing some pretty solid golf. Just very hard to compete at the top level. Like, we compete and I'd still say we're one of the stronger players overall, but man, just the level at the top. I mean, there's, you know, as you say with things, there are levels. There are certainly levels to this. This is such a tight window. Yeah. The wind didn't... There's King of the Hill again. The wind didn't eat it the way that I thought. We read it perfectly sideways. Just up too much club. Well... I overswung it too. This is like... Fine. We're just... The putt was never getting online here. Baby's doing very well. Baby's doing very, very well. We're finally, it seems like, I don't want to jinx anything, seems like we're starting to chain some naps together. Getting some longer daytime sleep. She's gotten to the point where she can put herself down. So that has been really nice for freeing up time. Especially because we have a toddler, so, you know, having to hold her for 15, 20, 30 minutes and, like, leave him unattended or just kind of to himself was certainly not ideal. I don't know, was that getting too clever with? I just think I didn't read it well. The wind's been kicking my butt, so naturally there I decided to give it way too much credit for the lie that we had. That wind way over. Way over. So 12-month sleep regression. Last few nights have been rough. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I think we have had been for a couple nights there, or kind of in and out of like a 5-month sleep regression. She's getting her third tooth, we think. She's also like trying to scoot herself around and like really pushing with her legs and stuff, almost like a push to stand, even though she can't grab to pull. But we like can sit her up on the couch and stuff. She's got pretty good, like, if we sit her up, she's got pretty decent control sitting. So I think second kid, you're watching an older sibling all the time. It feels like they're going through growth spurts of different, you know, not just physical growth spurts, but just developmental growth all the time. And developmental things affect sleep. So feels like there's always something going on. Dang it, I had it. I had it. Moved it back a click, thinking it would do something a little differently. All right, not putting up the score this round. This round has been definitely weaker. I feel like very highs just, they're always a bit of a cry. It's also one of those things I feel like is just mentally taxing. Do we play pitching wedge with the expectation that it's gonna... I think you do. I think you play pitching wedge with the expectation it's gonna bounce on the fairway. Like hard to the right. That was, okay, maybe harder than I thought. Because was it extremely firm fairways? I don't know. This sucks though, because it's downhill and I think there's a little bit of movement on all of it, but it's so hard to tell. And it's like gone behind. I hate it here. If I end up with a bogey, I guess I can say not really all that surprised. It went right. Why did it go right? That's stupid. How does that stay on the green, though? Mate, what is happening? How does that go left? How does the other one go right? Come on now. If we're gonna put holes like that, at least make them break true. Can't be doing this thing where you put us in impossible situations and then things don't even like behave nicely. 'Cause that's just, it's just messed up. Why does this stupid thing look like it wants to break a country mile in such a short time. Why? Because it does. Probably because it does. Hey, caramba! Ay, 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 ay. Alright. Let's try and find a few more scores. How many holes do we have left? 3? Okay, perfect. Can't wait to see what par 5 hole location they have cooked up for us. I'm sure it's something super kind. Sure, it'll just be lovely. This is about to be a stupid bounce and roll. Actually didn't get as right as I thought it was going to. Which is obviously a problem because I was playing for it to do that. And this round feels like it went to another level of stupidity. I feel like for the first couple of rounds, first 3 rounds, and I don't know if it was like, I don't know if it was the setup or just how we're playing. First few rounds I thought were not terrible. This round, okay, cool. There's gotta be some sort of mental fatigue, right? Surely I can't just be playing. Dang. Still so many clubs short. Yes, Steve. We did make the cut comfortably. Wow. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, I think there's just gotta be a level of like, okay. Yeah, like I'm 4% short on that. Alright, come on. What am I, like 3 under on the round or something? Is it that bad? Yeah, we hit, we were 22 under for the cut line. I want to say that the cut's going to be in like the high teens, maybe 20. What's going on, Skyline? We've been doing all 4 rounds of plat every week. Try and leave my other 2 nights open to do other things. Pretty much have been playing golf once a week. Show up, play 4 rounds of plat, don't play golf until the next week. And honestly, for the amount that we play the game, I think we do alright. Yeah, I know that when we're at the top of our game, I know that our world ranking does not hit the top, but I think for the frequency and amount of golf that we play, I think we do pretty well. Sounds pretty tough. I mean, I guess, yeah. Definitely start, especially when you're not playing for a cut, or you're not playing for a win, just mentally grinding it out. 161. The 170s, big bounce. I think if you go back here, because this'll... take a big old kick up and to the left. See, this is where, like, on the other one, we went out the back of the green when I played the choked 8 over the 9. This time, the choked 8 over the 9 would have been the play. Oh well. % under. Would have been a good read too. I've like lost the putt feel at the end here. Play 4 at once feels rare for the field. I mean, I think there are definitely other guys that play 4 at once, at least from what it seems like. You get guys like Gazaka and stuff who play early and get it done. But again, I also think that the amount that I play is, I mean, first off, we're at 500 hours for the game in total. We took off a number of months. We've played for like 5-6 weeks now. Actually, let me see. Let me see here. Oh, gotta verify that I'm human to TGC. It's funny. Info. View profile. So let's see. We had played October 27th. That was when we had played Plat. And we took off from Plat until June 29th. I rage quit the Open. But other than that, we've played 4 tournaments. T6, T32, T12, T9, T25, T32. Looking like we could maybe top 20 this week. Could have definitely been a lot better had I like actually been able to score anything on this last round. But yeah, for playing once a week, and our first week back was T6. We've got 2 top 10s in there. Yeah, I think our level of gameplay to amount of time spent with the game, I think it's a pretty high ratio. A pretty high ratio. How did we shake out? Yeah, but to still have... I mean, the putting's been a little bit better, he says, as he made 79.4 and 13.7% of putts this week. I mean, those greens got rough. How do people make... How do you have just like such a good place to hit the ball from all the time? You guys are making all these... I mean, definitely wasn't my best tournament on a pro, but like it's so hard to have like crazy good stuff. I'd love to see how he plays because it's nuts. I mean, we gave back 6 bogeys, so nothing to write home about. But yes, I know the math to a degree. I clearly don't know it on the very high winds. There's still some left to right stuff, side winds and side hill lies that we get incredibly wrong. But I guess the biggest part is like we understand that stuff, and also for how little we play, we execute the swing inputs at a very high level. Because, like, I'm a one thumb swinging guy, stock PlayStation controller. Like, I got nothing crazy, but I feel like we hit a pretty decent amount of the time. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the golf this week. We made it. We will play in the finale next week. GG's. Good to be here. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. Yeah, plan is Lies of P tomorrow. See, I don't understand the whole stay-at-home dad division thing. I work from home. I feel like a stay-at-home dad would actually play more than a working dad. My argument for that is that a stay-at-home dad has nap time. That's my argument. They've got nap time. I don't have nap time. I don't get to have free gameplay time. But yeah, plan is to start Lies of P tomorrow. Implies your kid naps? Okay. Hear me out. You keep it so that they have either nap time or quiet time. My toddler stopped napping. He still needs a nap every few days, but you have quiet time. You send them upstairs and they read books and do puzzles and different things in the room for like an hour and a half. You keep that all the way up till kindergarten, and then you ship them to school, which is more hours. So to me, stay-at-home dad, I'm thinking the toddler, the early childhood phase. But what up, Stash? But when you get to elementary school and stuff, if you're still a stay-at-home parent, you've got your kids are at school from, let's just call it like 8 to 3 or 4, right? Something in that ballpark. You do some errands, you got plenty of time to game. Assuming you've got a supportive wife who's working and you're the stay-at-home dad, right? I know that's his expression for a washed gamer. I'm debunking it, okay? I think that a stay-at-home dad has potentially more time. I think regular dad, I have a couple hours at night when my wife and I decide, okay, you have this time by yourself, I have this time by myself. This is what I got for golf. I played for 3 hours today. I'll play golf 3 hours next week. Okay, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.